Hello, everybody. So we're gonna do a bigger stream when Kevin gets here, but just to kill time while we wait, I found out this game Tron Runner was on PlayStation Plus. This game, I found it when it first came out on PC a few years ago. I thought it was very fun, like in a pretty straightforward, simple way. It's basically a runner game called Tron Runner, like run slash R. Uh, I think it was made on a pretty indie budget because even this character model is the character model from a Tron game on the Xbox 360 and PS3. But frankly, despite the fact that it's like pretty simple for its budget, like it's honestly kind of addicting. So it wasn't very big on like space, so I figured I'd download it. You
Hell
have
yeah.
three types of levels. You have disc, cycle, and stream, which is just like infinite. But you
Jack,
don't.
we're already doing stream though.
Yes, ha ha ha. And you can customize your character.
For instance, you can have him be blue, pink, mid skin, white skin person. I don't fucking know where I was going with that joke.
Faster than you.
Well, and you also have like other programs. This is literally just Korra from the movie with her helmet on. You have
Ooh.
classic Tron and
Oh,
Yori.
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah. But for the moment, I'm going to go with Anon here, which is his actual name.
Yeah, that was a very topical reference there we did.
Wasn't trying to be.
Wilde. What's up?
Was not trying to make a topical thing. No, don't worry,
who's
darling.
excited
It's such
for-
a disaster.
What's up?
I was just saying that movie is such a disaster. Don't worry, darling.
Oh, well, it's not even that the movie's a disaster. It's the fucking marketing behind it. Like, here's a movie directed by a pretty well-regarded...
Is impossible.
Maybe that's not the right word, because I can't think of many good movies Olivia Wilde has been in. No offense. But fucking... She's got the actress at the moment, with Florence Pugh, and her boyfriend. Got Harry Styles in this, and everything about this movie seems like it's a fucking mess. And Chris Pine is here just to get a paycheck and be done with it.
He looks so miserable in all the interviews. Especially, there's obviously that clip that went viral of him sitting next to Harry Styles while Styles like goes on about what he loves about movies. And Chris Pine's just sitting next to him looking like he wants to blow his brains out.
So, have you seen Dunkirk?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, first of all, before I get into this game looks awesome. Like, I want to make a joke, but I actually really enjoy these visuals a lot. That's mostly just because Tron's a very visually pleasing series.
Absolutely.
Like, does this look like a better version of Temple Run? Absolutely. But, like, it's definitely not an insult. This looks fucking fun, and this looks badass. But, so have you seen Dunkirk?
Yeah.
So I remember when that movie came out, everyone was raving, like, oh my god, Harry Styles is so good in it. He was so cute. I'm like, Harry Styles is in that movie?
Like, that's the thing a lot of people are reminding everyone of now. Like, everyone's saying, oh, this is so weird because he was good in Dunkirk. It's like, he wasn't really in Dunkirk that much, though, if you look back.
But he was. The problem was, though, he was one of the... I think he was one of the young kids who got stuck in the boat. You remember that bit?
Yeah.
And here's the problem. They all looked the same. They all talked the same.
Like,
So-
it's not a very intensive role.
So, yeah, forgive me for not recognizing Harry Styles. Oh, God. Here's the thing. Dunkirk's a fucking really good movie. Yeah, I think that might be my favorite Nolan movie, if I'm being honest.
It's a good movie.
I saw it at an AMC dine-in. So I'm a little biased because I got to sit down and eat a burger while watching it.
I mean, dine-in theaters are like, it's expensive to do, so it's only like a once-in-a-while thing, but they're nice. I enjoy them.
It's probably the coolest thing in the world. It's the
It's like,
coolest fucking.
it's like if there's a movie that I'm going to that's like just an event, like a whole thing that needs to be like seen in the theater, I might look into the option of like going to a Alamo or an AMC dine-in or something like that.
Yeah. I've seen Dunkirk and I've seen Knives Out that way. So I saw nothing but classics. Fucking
God. So you use the points you collect from different levels to get modifiers like the bit compiler, which just collects the points for you.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and this I love that they give you the gliders that the shock troopers had in Legacy.
Legacy. That's what this is all about. So, to our lovely viewers, hello everybody.
Hello.
My name is Markiplier. Hello everybody. My name is Markiplier. Oh, this milk.
So, I don't know, I don't think I've talked about this like this in depth on stream before. So, like I've been a big fan of the Tron series for a while, since I was like a kid and I watched the original. I can't remember if I watched the original like on like tape that I got from a Blockbuster or somewhere, or if I like found it on like Turner Classic Movies or some shit like that, or on Sci-Fi or whatever was showing it. But like the first one really like just interested me with its visual style, and I got me hooked on that. So then when I found out, like, a few years later, Legacy was being made, it's like, oh, that's so cool. And don't get me wrong, Legacy's, like, story as it's presented is nothing too crazy. I mostly, if I watch that movie, I watch it for the action set pieces, which I think are really fantastic.
Yeah, of course.
But what I do appreciate about Legacy, besides that and its banger soundtrack, was the philosophy that went into the story it was trying to tell. Because here's the thing, like, the original Tron is basically the story of this guy being, like, sucked into the computer and learning that these programs that they use to run their daily lives are, like, conscious and have, like, self-awareness and all that. And this programmer becomes fascinated with this idea and begins to, like, contemplate, well, are these then living beings, and do these have what we perceive as a soul? And so, in his, like, he, like, spends years of his own life, like looking into this, like, connecting with these programs, and eventually, like, ports, like, a group of them over to a private system where he performs this grand experiment where he doesn't give them the traditional roles that programs would have, but he instead puts them into a simulacrum of a society to see if he can further explore this idea of are these like people, do they have souls? All the while, he, like, the only program he's brought over specifically with him from the system he was in was the security program created by his, like, then rival turned best friend, Tron. Because Tron, like, saved him in the events of the first movie and has become, like, his closest, like, ally among the programs. Fast forward, as he's building this society within the computer and doing this experiment, he then realizes he needs some more help with the actual management of it so he can continue his experimenting. So he creates Clue, or rather recreates Clue, because Clue was originally a program we saw in the beginning of the first movie. Oh, fuck. Oh, I forgot about that, damn it. But, and the original Clue dies in the beginning of the first movie. He gets de-rezzed. But, anyway, and this Clue he basically programs to effectively be like a mimic of himself, but as a program. And then
clearly it's a program because Jeff Bridges' face is all computer.
Yes, Jeff Bridges' weird CGI face.
I'm sorry, it was an easy joke.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you, but from there we see kind of two versions of his original experiment like take place, because then the ISOs appear, and in Tron Legacy we hear about them, and they're fleshed out a little more in the series Tron Uprising, which watch Tron Uprising. I think it's on Disney Plus. Great series. Got gutted before it had a real chance, if you ask me. But anyway, were these naturally forming digital life forms? Like nobody programmed these beings to exist. They just appeared. And Flynn, Jeff Bridges' character, becomes fascinated with these things and becomes convinced they were the thing he's been searching for this entire time with this experiment of his. Meanwhile, in the background, he's oblivious to the fact that the two programs he's kept by his side, Clue and Tron, have also begun to develop their own self. Clue has become this dark reflection of Flynn, obsessed with the logical aspects of everything because he is built as a program but with the memories of a human, whereas Tron was built as a program but was treated as a human and brought along with Flynn, and they've both developed their senses of self. So while Flynn's so obsessed with these life forms, these two programs have become their own entities. Flash forward, the developments with Clue lead him to perform his coup where he to Flynn's knowledge, kills Tron and then chases Flynn out of the grid, out of the city. And then we get to the events of Tron Legacy years down the road.
Yeah.
And it's this I know I'm ranting, but it's just because this is again, one of my favorite film franchises that I feel like Disney fucks over a lot.
They really could have a fucking another Marvel on their hands. Maybe not to that degree that Marvel's at, but they could have another big franchise if they really just put time and energy into it.
Because here's the thing, my whole point with this is that while on the surface Tron is about all these cool battles in the cyberspace, with discs and motorcycles and all that, underneath becomes when overarching all the material becomes this question of what makes a person, what makes a soul.
And on top of that, Daft Punk is there.
Oh, Kevin's here.
It's true though. There is a deeper philosophy to Tron that I think a lot of people give it
Hold
credit.
on. Kevin's here.
Oh shit, Kevin's here.
Hey Kevin, we're in PlayStation chat if you want to join in while I do a couple more levels of this.
Okay.
Also,
Hold on, let me invite him to our
Tron Legacy that you pointed out to me is not really a big part of it. So, my brother saw Tron Legacy and I didn't. And he kept blasting the song,
So, Kevin, we're playing... Hold on, real quick. Kevin, we're playing Tron Runner, and I've been using this as an excuse to rant about the philosophy of the Tron franchise.
Oh god. Hold on, let me see. Are we live right now?
Yes, we are.
Oh. Cool. Hello, people.
I want to do a couple more levels of this, but then we're going to switch over to what we originally planned. I found this game was on PlayStation Plus. I really enjoy this game. It's just a fun, time waster, and it gives me an excuse to rant about Tron, so it's a win-win-win.
Two things. What's the actual plan tonight?
I thought we were going to play golf with your friends.
What's up?
Oh.
Well, that's what Kevin said, is play golf with your friends.
I mean, I suggested it. I was going to wait until, if... I don't know, I'd like for Chase to join us for it, because he did suggest
Chase is at work.
I didn't want to hijack his idea. But, he hasn't been on a stream for a while.
Well, that's because he works weekends. That's not new.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Secondly, my brother saw Tron Legacy, and he kept telling me like, "Yeah, this is a song from the movie, and it was Separate Ways by Journey." And I'm like, "Oh, this is a great song," and it kind of works thematically, I guess, because it's about his son going to the other worlds apart or some shit.
Even though it's only appearances of the film.
Jack shows me the scene where that song plays. It's literally in the background for 5 seconds.
It's in the background when he turns the power back on at the arcade.
And I'm like, that's it?
Because a jukebox boots up and it just starts playing that. And then it like fades out once it goes into the basement behind the arcade cabinet.
And I'm just like, that song's fucking amazing. And that's it? Also, speaking of that song, I get it. Running Up the Hill is great. Master of Puppets is great. But Stranger Things went hard with Separate Ways, and everybody slept on it.
I mean, the Master of Puppets scene is so fucking fantastic.
No, I know. And I get it. Running Up the Hill is a beautiful song. But come on. Here we stand. Worlds apart.
Alright. The Twitter post has been created. I don't know, maybe we should just sit on Golf. I think we should just sit on Golf for Friends for today, I'll be real.
Up to you. I'm not gonna push it.
Yeah,
So-
I'm not gonna push it either.
One thing I remember when Tron Legacy came out that I thought was really fucking cool is, and they did something similar with Wreck-It Ralph, weirdly enough, is when Tron Legacy was coming out, they recreated like one of the fake arcade games from the original movie, Space Paranoids, as a web game, and it was really fucking addicting.
Wait,
Like, I really loved that game. Oh my god.
Too bad Flash is outdated now, that sucks.
Well, also they just shut down the actual game on their site.
Oh, okay.
Didn't they have an actual Tron arcade game?
Yes, there is. Remember when we went to that arcade in your town, in Red Bank? I was saying like it was so cool to see like a Tron cabinet in such great shape. Shit, I died.
Yeah, no. Fucking, I remember we walked in and saw, you're like, oh. I was like, yes, my son. Go.
Well, no,
Go
because here's
play.
the thing, like, because Tron is a bit of a cult film, those cabinets, like, in good condition are fairly rare. Like, a lot of the ones you'll find are ones that had to be put back together by the people who own them.
And, you know, that's fine.
Hang out near the wires here, but this way. Good boy. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Another thing that's interesting is, if I remember correctly, that wasn't even the only Tron arcade game.
No.
I don't know. I don't know the actual history of it having a cabinet, like particularly, but there was one that was like the disc battles as an arcade game, and I don't mean like a recreation for the release of the new movie or anything. Like this came out with the original.
I mean, me and my brother would have the little frisbee disc thing, disc guns. Would that be Tron if you threw frisbees at your brother?
Yeah, although weirdly enough, the one aspect that I think a lot of people kind of like overlook from the original Tron is we don't even really get that in-depth a thing of the disc battles. No, the thing we get in-depth look at is competitive highlight to the death.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it started out as just the bike game, right?
Well, no. Highlight is in like the scoop arms.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I'm
I
sorry, I
don't know.
forgot
Basically,
about that part.
there's a scene in the original Tron where Flynn is thrown into an arena with this other dude where they're both on circular platforms and they both have these big scoops on their arm, and they're basically told to like lob this ball back and forth at each other, like bouncing it off the ceiling, and if it hits the ground underneath the other person, it'll disintegrate part of the floor underneath them.
Yeah.
So death volleyball or badminton, depending on what you use.
Well, it's highlight. Highlight is a real sport. Like
Oh,
it's not like it's on a field and it's not like on platforms or anything, and you don't bounce it off the ceiling. But Highlight is a thing.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. When will Tron bring in Hurley? No Hurley fans here? Okay.
Sorry, man.
Hurley.
I'm still trying to figure out whatever the... So I'm trying to figure out what the hell Calvin and Hobbes were playing back in the day, the real shit.
But what was I gonna say?
NCP has lost target.
Sorry.
Bless you, that's what you were gonna say.
You know what? Maybe I do hashtag blessed right now.
And because, again, other than the disc battles, it's half the reason people come to any Tron content. Let's hop over to the light cycle stages.
Well, of course.
I will say, oh yeah, so now I remember what I was going to say. So the reason I brought up the Highlight thing was that when Tron Legacy came out, like I said, they released this one game that was like a whole story-driven thing for Xbox 360 and PS3 and that generation of consoles that kind of told an in-between story of like a prologue to Tron Legacy, basically.
Well, can I get a shitty joke out of the way?
Sure.
705 bits, and you're not giving them to the Lone Knight Gaming, the Lone Knight Gaming, I almost called it Twitter, it's Twitch account.
What?
But,
So there's a currency called bits. It's stupid. I don't know what to do with bits. Apparently we're not supposed to keep them. We're supposed to give them to like other channels and stuff, but I have no idea how to handle bits, but yeah, it's a thing.
But anyway, but on the Wii, they released this different game that was basically like a bunch of Tron-related mini games, including the return of that Highlight game that I talked about. Oh shit! I missed. So these are all time trials, and I fucking suck at them.
Oh. So what you're trying to do? So you're not trying to make a wall? Oh no! Don't hit the wall.
Well, no,
not
you
supposed
can't.
to do.
Like that's one of the ways you can like take these guys out. Okay. But I'm running out of time because this thing does not have like strong turn radius.
They're customized. Wait, did you kill a guy by going into his line? That's not how it works.
No, I attacked him. Like,
Oh, okay. Maybe while holding the drift button, you let go of gas?
there's no drift. This
I
is
thought
just
there was
how
like
the
an LT
vehicle
or something.
turns. Like these are like noticeably like more difficult just because of how these control
Wait.
compared.
Jack, a prompt popped up on screen, definitely for drift.
Is it? Well, it didn't tell me the controls. I don't know.
I saw like LT to drift.
Oh yeah, look at
I
that.
swear to God. Oh,
But it shuts off my wall, which is unfortunate.
yeah, that's true.
Oh damn
But
it! The 6
you're
seconds.
possibly welcome.
Thank you, Kevin.
But yeah. Anyways, I've had a week.
Sounded like it.
So, actually I had two funny things happen at work, and then one, like, really annoying thing. Let me start with the annoying thing before I get to the fun part of work. So, my car, you know all the problems it has and shit?
Yeah.
One of the problems is the car seat. Because the car seat sometimes will only move forward instead of backwards. So I've been living with like a clown car situation, and I've been taking care of my dog this weekend. So like I'm already running like a little bit late early, so it's fine if I come in like later. But like I was 15 minutes late trying to adjust my car seat because I got tired of like sitting in a clown car, and I pushed my seat all the way forward. So I had to force myself to learn how to push the seat backwards, because it's automatic and not the manual one with the little lever underneath.
Kevin.
So I'm just like, really? Because I was like, okay, maybe if I do all this stuff, and I end up pushing the seat forward even more, and I'm like,
Oh,
well,
no.
now I have to fix it. And then I was going to make a turn to, like, park, so, like, there's, like, this big green where, like, it's right next to my workplace where I park there, I pay to park, and then I can go into the back lot that's always full on my 30. No, I space out, I miss that turn, I'm like, fuck, so I just park in the center of town and I pay the meter. So on my break, I ran to the center of town to just drive my car to park, but I still had time for lunch. So that's the important thing. Anyways, do a flip.
What a flip.
But the other thing is I have 2 new employees. They're really nice, but they learned very quickly that they can bother me very easily.
That's unfortunate.
And, like, I can be annoyed. And, like, I'm totally cool with it, totally in a friendly manner, but sometimes I'm like, man, we're in a rush. Stop fucking with me. But,
Like time and place, guys. Come on.
yeah. But, like, we have a regular that comes in, and my coworker is like, dude, I think that regular likes you. And I'm like, really? And then he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh. We just don't talk about it and whatnot, because I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, blah, 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 blah. Then his friend walks over and he's like, hey, I think I found a girl that likes Kevin. The coworker's just laughing because he doesn't process what's going on. So the process of events is just like, you hear a because he finally realized what he just said. And I'm just like, really?
That's a little hard.
Isn't that shocking? Just like, come on, man, because it wasn't like a, what girl likes Kevin, it was more of like, the information finally clicked in his head, so he had like his soft laughter, like a full-on like stroke noise.
Man, that's as harsh as when I made fun of that Fine brother earlier.
Oh yeah, the Kyle, or whatever, Kyle's dad.
What?
You were sending. Remember when you were sending them?
Oh,
the,
no,
like,
I didn't understand what you said. Yeah, Kyle's dad when he got the plastic surgery to be a dolphin.
Yeah, no, I spaced out, but yeah, I'm just so confused.
Yeah, he looked like Kyle's dad as a dolphin looks like Raffi Fine.
That sounds. I don't know, that feels mean. I don't like saying
No,
that
it's
shit.
the Fine brothers. They deserve it.
Yes, we're already streaming, Jack.
Oh no, is your brother gonna drunk call the stream again?
I'm sorry, what?
Didn't your brother like drunk text the stream last time?
Oh no, he drunk called me. Remember when I picked up the phone? And I was like,
No.
sweetie, I have to hang up, I have work to do.
I might have gone to bed at that point.
I think he
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah. But no, my brother and his friends were hanging out, and they got drunk. And so they called me 3 times during the stream. And the first time I ignored it. The second time was the one where
I
I picked
forgot
up,
about Grind.
and they were telling me about all this shit about, like, how I should, like, drop the stream and go hang out with them. I'm like, I'll hang out with you tomorrow. I gotta do stuff, because I made a
was weird.
promise to myself. Also, nice, 14 seconds, new record.
Well, no, it wouldn't let me retry. It, like, glitched out. Weird. That might have been because it was supposed to connect to, like, a leaderboard server, and those probably aren't online anymore.
But yeah, no. I definitely can't discuss what happened at the end of that call. But my brother said something to me that basically made me break down in, like, a fit of laughter, and the chat's like, what do you say? I'm like, I can't say that on stream.
Oh no.
Though, like, My coworker was
Kevin's
telling me a
phone
funny
number.
story about, like, how her history teacher for, like, the Civil War era, like, stuff would always say, like, the word you're not supposed to say, and then try to justify it, you know?
Oh,
like, not
God,
like
I
the,
can't-
not the big one. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm not doing the stream mode anymore. Just because that's gonna be a pain in the ass if I have to end it every time I fuck up.
No,
Wait,
bro, you gotta
first-
rise and grind. I don't know what
Wait.
you...
First of all, right in here, right now, I'm gonna read Kevin's phone number out for the audience.
Stop.
Never.
That's not funny.
Please.
603
If
603 244 8426.
whose number was that?
No one.
Well, I mean, it might be someone's. You don't know. You might have just doxed someone by accident.
Yeah, don't say just a bunch of random sequence of numbers. It's likely there's going to be like a
Tim,
random
you know there's
one.
a reason in movies they always do nonsense phone numbers like 555, 5555.
Yeah, no one has
Don't you mean
555.
888?
Actually, real quick, I might pause the stream momentarily because if we're not doing golf with your friends, I might do the idea I suggested to Tim earlier.
Oh,
What's
okay.
that?
Hold on. We're going to be right back, folks.
Not a problem. Stay tuned, everybody. We're still doing shit.